Okay, I guess we're ready to roll.
That's the city for you.
Okay, folks, let's call the meeting to order and let's do the Pledge of Allegiance. I'll look around the room and see somebody here I can trust to do this, right? Bob Davis, could you lead us in the pledge?
You would have picked the wrong one on that one, didn't you? We know the Star Spangled Banner?
Yes.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Bob. Call to order. We have Chad on the phone. Chad, you with us?
Yes, here.
Okay, Paul Hell here, and myself, we're here. How about any communications? Any
You have Tim
comments?
Stranko on Zoom.
Tim Stranko is joining us on Zoom. Of course,
Steve's on there and Scott
Steve
Turner should
Haynes.
be, oh, Scott's on there too. I
and
see his
Scott
name.
Turner all join us on the Zoom video. All right. But the roll call doesn't have their name on it, Mr. Manager. It only has the 3 board members.
Right, I wanted you to know who was on Zoom.
Well, I'm glad you told me when I saw Steve up there. I just wondered what he was doing there.
And Steve, you've got the biggest picture up there.
All right, guys. Anybody have any sign up to speak or anything?
No, if you want to go ahead and take, I know you like to take care of the folks that want to play a part. If you want to go ahead and have Scott take care of the TTHM, so we can go ahead and let
I
him
like
go.
to. Let's do that, Paul. It's okay with you and Chad. We're gonna.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting as presented.
I'm jumping ahead of ourselves. Okay. How about approval of the minutes? Any questions? Any corrections? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, what we're doing up front here we're gonna change the agenda up in the front. We're gonna move. We normally do that up there. The TTHM's up to the front of our agenda. And we do that so you don't have to stay on the phone and on the video there for all that time. And I guess it's okay with the other board members, so we'll just go right on. All right, let's go now to the financial items.
Want to go to the TTHMs or?
No, we'll do that when we get to
Okay.
that report.
Get that,
Paul's
okay.
right, we got an agenda. That comes under your reports.
Okay.
Right.
All right, under the financial items, we got Jason Farrell here. He's going to present the financial statements for month ending December 31, 2025. Mr. Farrell?
Oh, I got my partner. Give me 1 second.
My bad.
Jason, while he's out, so the couple hour delays were allowing our staff to come in. How's that been working for us?
Been working great, and they really want to thank you all for your
You
consideration.
said every day was adjusted.
It was just Monday and today.
So I think it's great because we're here to serve the public and still gives us a chance to get your safety. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, any other thing you want to make a mention, Paul, is we always have people here though, 24 hours a day.
Yes.
So it's not like nobody's answering the phone or
Yeah.
taking care of an emergency. So,
I just got to work on that, the telephone being switched over, because it's all automated.
Yeah.
So, but we can work those
Yeah.
things out.
Okay.
Sorry, guys, I was
You're all right.
ill prepared today. I was busy this morning.
but, is there a line?
Yeah, we have a crew out there right now.
Yes, yeah, there's a crew.
Should be done.
Should
Should
be
be
done.
finishing up, yeah.
I knew some people were out with the water. I think there's some water, I guess, up by Sheets.
Well, we'll talk about this in a little bit. We're getting off
Yeah.
the subject right now. Okay, we have a financial report we're in the middle of. We'll get back to you, Chad, in a second. Okay?
All right, well, we are 50% through the fiscal year as of December 31st. Let's see here, we're down here, our cash on hand is about, almost 4.2 million right now. See here, the liabilities, we've had an increase in current liabilities from the end of the fiscal year to now of $448,866. Our total bond debt currently is $13,115,612, which is an increase of $7,150,642. And we've currently paid, let's see there, and I think that number, well, with that, we're not paid 2.4 million on that. That's something's wrong with that. I gotta look at that. But our current debt service factor is 2.29. So that's not bad for what, because we had to factor in all, now since we've got this bond debt, we got to factor in our future bond, what our maximum debt service is.
So that number represents our future.
That introduced what maximum, as of right now, with this bond issuance that we've had, that includes what the payment would be with that.
That's a pretty good number.
So it's not bad.
great.
I like it.
It's
I like it. It's great for us. It's great right now, but I like it to be a little bit higher. Because
And what's the minimum you're allowed to have?
1.15.
So we're going pretty good.
We're doing pretty good, but I like to see a little bit higher because that little bit higher works into doing capital projects later down the road.
It gives us some leeway.
It gives us leeway, yes, correct.
Okay,
Because anything that's over that 1.15, we can use that for capital improvements, but that's not a whole lot in there for capital improvements. But we are our current revenues are 1.59% over budget right now, which is pretty good. Our total revenues is 1.67, and we are currently 3.71% under budget on our expenses. But we are going to have to make some adjustments to the chemicals, which they are currently over budget by 9.22% as of right now. So, but we're working on that. We'll maybe make an adjustment probably maybe February, March. I'll make another adjustment.
why
to account for that.
Why are we over?
We produce more water this year.
Producing more water.
Because of the construction
Yeah.
and losing water and using water again?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's the, and of course, the leaks and stuff, where the total unaccounted for is higher right now probably because of the projects and
Yes.
things like that. So that's the reason why that number's higher, but
All right.
we're gonna make an adjustment for that.
We'll know that when we do the budget for next year. This was our first time not knowing all this stuff, so now that we know the history on, producing the water now, we'll be able to take this and move it over to next year, so we will have to. We'll be more targeted.
Question anymore? Chad, you have any questions on the financials?
No.
Okay, I need a motion to approve the financial report as
I
presented.
make a motion, we approve the financial report as presented.
Second.
It's moved and seconded. Any further discussion? We've had discussion. All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, let's move on.
Okay, Scott, we're gonna move down to the TTHM removal project, and so we can let you get about your day. So you have the floor, Scott.
All righty, I appreciate it. Appreciate it, guys. Just want to give you a quick update. We're up on the 40% of the order here for us to start building the skid. We've already got the tanks in place. Jason, I remind you to get me your logo so we can get the logos on the tanks. But it's coming along. Billy's going to submit the 40% docs here either today or tonight. I hope I'm not putting too much pressure on him, but I think that's what we're going to do. Jason, we're going to open up in a FedEx account so y'all don't have to incur the FedEx charges to overnight the check to us, so we can promptly get it in the bank. It takes about 7 days for that amount of check to clear our bank, so we can order more parts and things that we need to get this first phase done. But we're on schedule. We're a little behind schedule in terms of this week to get this going because of some of the things that Billy was waiting on from our suppliers to put in the drawings. But I think he's concluded all of that, and we're ready to go. And Jason, you should see a submittal here over the next 24 hours. So, and then once we get that cleared through the bank, we get everything built on the skid. We should get that out, I would say, the week after next, count about 6 weeks. That's when we'll start install. The install will probably take us anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks. Probably from the whole thing, from the clear well to 2 locations, we're probably looking at a 3 to 4 week install. I wouldn't see it being more than that because we've already pre-built a lot of it on the skid. So I'm just kind of giving you a worst case scenario from what Billy has told me. It may be better than that though, but we're anxious to get going. We're anxious to get our testing done and get you guys with no THMs hardly. So that's the latest that I've got. Hope you guys are staying warm, and I know you guys got hit pretty hard too, didn't you?
Yeah, good.
Yep. Thank you, Scott.
How many inches do you guys have?
About
6 to 8.
Oh, that's not
6,
too
7.
bad.
8 with about 2 inches of ice.
So, any questions on that, guys?
Not that I know about. Chad, do you have any questions, Chad?
Yeah, I don't.
Paul?
Now I just look forward to getting it underway.
Oh, yeah. Bobby, you have any
So we're
comments?
looking about
Bob?
March, Scott?
Yes, sir. Well, I'm sorry, Jason.
I said, we're looking at about March, install March, late March, April.
We're probably looking at end of March, April 1 to
Yeah, I
start.
thought it was March.
Okay.
Yep.
We
We
talked
want to
about
get this,
March.
we want to get this done by the warm weather.
Yes.
Does that work with the power company?
I actually submitted those today,
Perfect.
what we needed. So we'll just wait till I hear back from them.
Now, guys, once we submit this for the 40%, we are going to have to submit it to the state for their approval, Jason. So I don't know how long they're going to take on that for us to give us the go ahead to install, but they could sit on it for weeks and weeks at a time. I hope not. I don't think there shouldn't be any reason or cause. We've already talked to them, and they don't think that they're going to hold anything up like most of these states do, but you never know. I hope they don't.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't let that hold anything up. I just keep moving on.
Well, that's the way we're looking at it too, Jason. So, but we Billy and I like to do things by the book, but we definitely want to placate to the state too if we have to, and we will do that. So.
Okay. Scott, thank you. Bob, did you ask you for comments? Anything you want to answer?
No.
You just answered his question. That's what we're going to talk about it. Okay.
All right,
We can
gentlemen,
move
good to
on.
see y'all.
Good night.
Thanks.
Yep. Take care, Scott.
Thank you, Scott.
All right, thank y'all.
Got you, bud.
All right, Steve and Bobby Tenney. I'll let Bobby go first, and then you.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, Bobby.
Contracts are all shut down this week due to the weather. Northview, they've been moving along on connector streets between 16th and 17th, trying to get that main line laid, putting services in. Been kind of slow with the weather. They'll get back, supposed to be back next week, back on main line again, going down Hamel, Golf, heading towards 20th Street. Second contract, Doss, they're over in Staley. They've got that main line tie-in done, a temporary tie-in done at Waverly. So everything up Waverly, Temple Terrace, Robbie, their meters are going to be hooked up to that new line as soon as it's tested. And then they've moved down to Euclid, and they're going to run Euclid back to Nichols and Hall Street, and then they can just kind of get back into Staley. Downtown, they are on Pike Street, headed up past Sycamore, headed towards Chestnut. So they'll keep laying that. They're bringing a second crew in to work Main Street since the sewer project is caught up at Ferry. They're done, so now they can lay the water line up Main Street. They go all the way to Chestnut. They don't have very many services to do. Sewer contractor, they're going to drop back to Wendy's and start putting all their DIs in. So hopefully we can start, weather breaks a little bit more, we can start getting some more patching done down that way. It's pretty rough today. They're actually called and they're going to try to get back tomorrow and get rid of this cleared off and do some patching down there.
So we're going to Chestnut Street on Main, and we're going to 6th Street
On Pike.
on Pike, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
The gas company, we did get word last, the gas company is done with all of their line work. All they have, and services, all they have left to do is restoration of their trenches. So they're out of town for the time being. Little less congestion.
Okay. Any, Steve, you have any remarks to make? And
No, nothing in regards to that, except, just the fact that as far as documents, we'll have additional documents at the next meeting, the sign, pay apps, et cetera.
Yeah, the cutoff was last Friday, so we're getting those apps in. We're getting them submitted this week and getting them approved.
now in Heartland, we just have a few little things to do.
We just have a few little
I mean, like
things to
there's
do. We got a little bit of pavement to do. So we got some dress up work to do
Yeah,
around
along the sidewalks. and
around
stuff, a
new
few things.
concrete. Yeah, it's just tough to do.
For this time of year it is,
Yeah.
but there's just those odds and ends.
Odds and ends.
Now beyond the overpass bridge, and I can't remember the overpass over the old streetcar track,
Right.
going up to Milford. What's going in there? Anything? Because there's
Done. Just need paved.
that's all
Trench
done.
patch, but not
The
paved.
trench patch, we're just not paved. We're not paved up Heartland. We're not paved on Charter, and we're not paved up or South Avenue.
Okay.
But the trench is paved.
Well, we will have.
We will. Yeah, once they get back in, they'll get back in. Okay, they still have to pave a little bit of Bridge Street and a little bit of Riverside.
Okay. Well, there's some pavement.
But there's no gravel on the lower side of Heartland. There's a little bit of gravel up Waverly, Temple Terrace, up John.
And Bobby, the break they were talking about, is that at Magnolia and Milford Street in that short turnaround?
Just above.
It's above it.
Just above it?
Breakwood.
Yeah, I went by there a while ago and I blew the horn. I
Yeah.
saw them, they were working there.
They are finished up.
Okay, good enough. Any questions on these projects here?
So to make it clear, so there's no work being done downtown anymore. Downtown, we're talking
For the
Main
gas,
Street,
for the gas company.
but we're not there.
We will be there. We will be up Main to Chestnut. We have a little bit of meters.
Right.
We have to take, there's lead in that section going from the main over to the meter. We have to make that short connection. We're not replacing the meters, just the circuit.
But the work, putting the new bolts and all that kind of stuff
They've
in,
caught up, all the bolt work's done.
so all that's done.
Yeah, the
So
bolts, valve bolts have all been
downtown, the
done.
heart of downtown.
The heart of downtown is finished.
Okay.
And the gas company will be back. They still have a lot of trenches to repair and we have Third Street to do, just the side streets.
It's all-
Nothing on the main, nothing on the state paving project part of it, except Sixth back on Pike and
That's
Chestnut
what it is.
back on Main.
Very
So, and they're bringing a second crew to do water, so it should move along pretty good.
And they're not going to do the rest of Waverly over to Coolidge for a while then.
It doesn't go that far. I was mistaken. Those services are from the back.
no?
Yeah, those are services from the back, like you said. We're not going from the corner of Temple.
From Temple out. I was wondering why we would go that way. 'cause
No, we don't go that
Services
way.
in the
We
back.
come up Coolidge, up
Sure.
to Summit and hit
Yeah,
that
but
right
not
on
on
way.
Waverly, on that
Not
one
on
side.
Waverly.
Because all those homes are from the rear. I own a house in that section. I
Yeah.
was just wondering.
They're from the rear.
Okay, that'll make the people there happy.
Yeah.
Parking.
It's gonna get a little congested around the park in the
Sure,
next few
you
weeks.
got it.
because
But it's moving along pretty nicely in spite of all the weather. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Okay, any questions, Chad?
No questions.
No. Good job, guys. Okay, let's move right on then.
Anything for 3B?
3B, we are working on the design. We had a meeting with the gas company in the city last week and sharing some information there to get all the information we can as far as existing gas line locations, et cetera. And they are going to be planning their work accordingly as well. But we don't know. They've got a meeting later in February where they kind of they'll put their magic numbers in the machine. The machine kind of puts them out of
Right.
like what areas will be replaced. So I'm sure it's a complicated equation to spit that information out, but they'll look at what they've got scheduled for replacement in the near future and coordinate that with us. So I
we're
would
going
expect
to
to hear
be-
something probably in March.
So we're going to try this partnership again, but in a different sequence.
Phasing, yeah.
Yes. So we don't run into it like we did downtown.
Yeah, we're not all crammed in a small space. We'll be spread out over the.
They may go to Broad Oaks, we may go to Adams. And when we get done, we'll flip flop, but not in the same.
Not in the same time.
With that,
But we
there's
had a
gonna be
difference.
share of assets, as in resurfacing the,
Yeah, because the gas company got a free ride.
Whoever's there last will pay. Seems like.
We'll pave it, but we all share maybe some of the expense. What I hate is they come through and they're ripping ahead of us. And I talked to a guy at the gas company, they weren't in a big hurry to get it all done. No wonder.
Yeah.
They won't have to pay the repaving curb to curb.
Yeah.
And I think they're receptive to that. I went at the meeting, but I think you mentioned that to them, didn't you, Steve? About
Yeah,
sharing in the resurfacing cost.
Yeah, we look to share those costs if this, especially on our current project, if the state's not in it, like Monticello is a street, for example, where it's not a state street, but Hope was there and we were there. And so the Hope is currently looking at their paving, what they have to pave and considering that. So we'll have discussions there where we may do some cost sharing or they take one street and we do another street, et
Well,
cetera.
there's got to be some agreement. It's not really fair to our ratepayers to be paying for work they've torn the street up.
Absolutely.
Hey, that's right. But another thing too, Pike and Main were a different animal. We had the state putting a gun to us. We had to get it done by spring. We had three projects, the city, us, and the gas company.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be the same out in the neighborhoods. So it's a good plan you're laying out there.
Yeah.
It's a good plan.
Thank you.
I want people to Oh, they're gonna work with the gas company again and automatically think of what happened
They think of
downtown.
Main and Pike. We want to make
Yeah.
sure that people know it's not that
Right,
situation.
it's not like that, yes.
Okay.
Is that all for 3B?
Yes, it is.
Thank you, Steve.
And we did make it through, did you, Dylan, we did make it through the 102 pages of page turn.
No, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, we did sit down and go through 102 pages, and of course Jason wanted to add more stuff, but we
I have one more ask.
I got it back too.
We opened the bids, did the bids that last time out at Thrasher. For this project we have now, 3A. We had all those forms to sign. It was tables of forms. We have to go through that again?
Absolutely.
Oh, my God.
yeah.
My,
Just buy a stamp, Al.
start building it up.
Just get a stamp.
Need to buy a stamp, that's right. All right, let's go ahead then. Thank you, Steve.
Okay, Steve, what's going on with the Snake Hollow Road water line extension project? Are we gonna,
Nicola, oddly enough, Garrett Midkiff from Midkiff actually reached out to me today. They are finishing up on their closeout documents. So we're working through that. He called with some questions today. So I would say, I don't know about the next meeting, but I would say the following meeting, we should have everything together to close that project out.
should we go ahead and sign a certificate of substantial completion on that one? I know we did it for D&M. Should we
I
do it for
just
that
got
one?
it prepared. I just got it back from from Midkiff today. They sent that over today, and we will also have to execute the final adjusting change order. No, actually, I think we already signed that actually. So but yeah, we're working on all the closeout documents. Shouldn't take much to close that out. But I do have the substantial completion form ready for you guys to execute that.
Okay.
So it's not holding anything up though.
Okay, we're just gonna backdate the substantial completion, because I mean, we've been,
So the
It's been in
document
service.
itself has a substantial completion date on it, and I think the signature is kind of irrelevant of what day what day it's actually signed.
okay. Okay,
Any questions to Steve, guys? You're talking to us from your office. Paul and I were just noticing you've got the nice American flag and state flag flying over your shoulder.
Ah, do I?
It's pretty neat through the window. All right, Steve, thank you a lot, buddy.
Yep, you're welcome.
All right, let's move on.
DHM.
Does look kind of neat.
Okay, I want to get a date on the calendar here for the security enhancement project. You want to do it an hour before the next meeting? Or we can roam the halls?
I have no problem with that. We can do it at 2:00.
Okay,
That sounds good.
That's good. Okay, you okay, Chad? You said that's
Yeah,
all.
that sounds good.
Yeah, fine.
next meeting is
We can do
on
that.
February 11th. So February 11th
At 2
at 2
o'clock.
o'clock. Okay. All right. That's all I needed for that one.
All right, let's move on.
Work session or?
Work session.
It's a work session on the security program.
Okay,
Is there anything you guys need from us as far as that at this point, or is the folks keeping up with that?
No, I think we're going to, Jason, I think we're just going to walk through and put our ideas down so you can have something to work off of.
Okay, perfect. If there's anything from us that you need,
I think I skipped over Second Street pump station. I just went
That's
through
all we
there,
can go to.
but I don't think we don't have any update. You don't have any update for Second Street pump station?
no, just basically waiting for a delivery, and when weather improves, I'm assuming you'll reach out to us and we'll get everything staked out that we need to get staked out with the survey crew.
Yeah. Anything, Bob, on your end?
No.
No update. Okay. Let's just step right by that one. Okay.
All right, thank you, Steve. It's.
Yep, you're good, Steve.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks,
You're
guys.
taking care of those two projects. Let's move on to the next thing.
All right, just some updates on the our O&M agreement with Shortline. Just like I reported last time, Shortline office is closed. Bobby's crew has got everything out of the office, everything out of the buildings. We just turned the utilities off on the two garages, the one little small garage and then the big garage. Utilities have been turned off, everything's out of them, so we still have the utilities on right now to the office for right now.
No, that's not what Todd told me this morning.
No, it's gotta stay on.
The office and
The outbuildings are off. That's what we had turned off.
no, they didn't. Cause he called and asked me if we wanted the garage turned off. I'm like, well, the order says that the the little building and the office.
Well, she turned the wrong ones in. It was supposed to be the small building and the garage has nothing in it.
If she turns the power off to the office, we're not gonna have communication
No.
with Folsom.
No communications, you're going
No,
to.
the office has all utilities.
Yeah.
No, it's the other two buildings.
Well, we need
They're
to
supposed-
correct that.
They're supposed to turn the water off because there's a test bench in one of them.
Yes.
But the gas needs to be turned off to that little small one that's next to the building, to
The
the
little
office.
building and the
and
garage
the
is falling
garage.
in.
Yeah, they're empty. Nothing.
But
So
the
you turn
office and stuff.
Office has to stay on.
You turn the office and
But then she called the wrong account in.
and that.
Good deal.
Yeah.
But we need to correct that, 'cause
Leave
this-
the office on, the other two accounts need to be turned off.
Can you imagine with this weather and water lines and stuff in the
Yeah,
office building?
that's,
And your connections?
Yeah, because we get power from the office up to
yeah, the
that
office,
antenna on
we're
that.
gonna leave the internet over there on because that's where they pull in and call. So we're gonna leave the internet on until we can get Starlink in. Because that's where they pull in and call us, because they call through Wi-Fi. And we're gonna keep the power and stuff on. We gotta keep the phone on because that's right now they call short line and it forwards here. So we gotta keep that on. And eventually we'll face the phone out. And hopefully by that time we'll have the Starlink and we won't have to have the internet there.
I forgot one thing, and I apologize. We have the president of the commission here, Susan Thomas. Welcome, Susan. Now I know you're vitally interested in the public service districts, but you were instrumental in trying to pull all this together, which saves the residents of the county lots of money. And so anyway, we're glad these things are coming to fruition.
Yeah.
We're glad you're here
That's why I
today.
came.
And we're glad you're here today.
And we can't do this without the county commissions.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
So we
Well, it's been a
appreciate
great effort for everybody getting involved. On the meetings we went to out at Summit Park, for instance, you were on board out there all the time we were there. Okay,
We'll get an
Susan.
update on that because I'll have Tim Strecko give you an update on that.
That's why I'm here.
Okay.
I saw they both were on there.
And we're in a
We're
good
down to that
situation.
yet or not? Are we there getting there?
Well, I just want to let you know, we're cleaning up some stuff. With the mail being forwarded, we got a payment in from Shortline yesterday. It was postmarked the 7th. We just took 20 days to get here. So,
I don't want to interrupt anything.
Yeah, go ahead.
I saw something somewhere where they're having trouble getting a hold of people on the phone.
They being,
Customers out there.
getting somebody on the phone to answer the phone.
Shouldn't they? Okay.
They know
all
that.
because if they call
I wish
Shortline,
I'd-
it gets forwarded here. Now, we have a lot of calls. We only got 2 people, sometimes 3, picking the phone up. So
that might have been.
if they get voicemail, they as soon as they get off, they pick it up and they do voicemail.
They probably want an instant answer, but we got to
And I'm
call
not
them.
here to.
Oh, I know, you're not
I'm just here to let you
complaining.
know.
No, I understand.
Does it go back into our name or Shortline?
Shortline's name.
Shortline.
Thanks, Bobby.
Yeah.
So, we sent out 400 disconnect notices out there. That's a quarter of their customers. And we believe it's because of the mail. We're not going to be disconnecting anybody. It's just a formality. So we're working through, with all the delay in mail. We've been getting calls today because it's shut off time for over there. A lot of them's getting it from the bank. So the bank, they don't have electronic.
Now, don't point at me when you talk about the bank. You see, he points at me, the bank. That was a long time in a faraway planet.
You're still the banker.
Okay. It's not my bank, I'm sure.
It is, so the bank has to draw the check because they don't do electronic payments.
Yeah.
In their system.
We can
So it takes 5 days and then it has to get forwarded. So it's taken a long time. So we're going to work with the customers over there. It's just these growing pains like this. But I just want people to know that they're not going to get shut off.
Not to worry, not to worry.
So,
Is there any way that we can get that? I know we brought this up that with DSC that won't allow to have a delay of those letters to go out like a week, give them that week rather than having those letters go out like a day when their bill's late. It seems like a lot of extra postage, a lot of confusion, a lot of people get upset just because of delay in mail. Is there any way we can get that so individuals aren't receiving these when they're a lot of times paying it on time, or just give them a few extra days rather than getting these disconnects out like the day after a bill's hasn't been paid?
what we have to do, Chad, we have a billing calendar that's issued by the Public Service Commission. So when the bill's printed, the bill's due. So that starts the clock. So you've got 20 days to collect. 21st day, the bill is delinquent and gets assessed penalties. 22nd day is when the disconnections go out, and then it's 10 days after that. Now on the disconnection, it'll say on or after that date. So it gives the utility, it gives them time to work with the customer to get them paid so they don't get turned off. That's why it reads that way. It says on or after that date.
Okay.
But we have to issue bills and issue disconnects timely.
So Chad, a couple of years ago, we addressed this when the post office changed their delivery. And as Jason just told us, it's been 20 days since we've gotten short lines mail. So, once they're in our system, that won't be a problem.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, and those people won't, obviously the system automatically penalizes, will take those penalties off.
Okay.
That's not.
Jason's going, did you hear that? He's going to work with them. We're not going to penalize them for that.
No, it's not right.
Not for the mail delay.
Okay, good.
And we still pick the drop off there. Brittany stops by in the mornings, picks the drop off.
Payments.
So they drop it through the door
Yeah.
over there. We pick that up every morning, bring it in, process.
Dropbox.
So,
Okay, let's, Counselor, you have something you want to say or anything, Tim? Okay.
And Clyde has been working, he's been comparing the meter books, the manual meter books to his billing system. And there's upwards of 300 taps over there that is not in the billing system.
Well, possible taps.
Possible taps. We have to, so his guys.
Manually have to go out and
They're going to have to physically go out and verify. So we may have more than 1,200 customers. We may have people taking water that's not being billed.
They might be getting more revenue.
that's possible.
Yeah. I think you told us between 290 and 300.
Yeah.
There. So we got to go out.
Well,
They
that's
have
part of the job. We're going to clean that
they
up.
only order 1,200 meters. So we may have like 1,500 customers over there before we're on.
That's good. That's
Okay.
better for us.
So he's working through all that, and it's going to take a lot of boots on the ground to confirm that
I
stuff.
just can't imagine people getting public water like that year after year, not paying a bill when they know everybody else is. Yeah, well, we did, but in another municipality here that had the same thing happen.
10%.
They just 10%, that's right, 10% of the people never got a bill because they just knew somebody or that's just the way it was.
Well, the free ride's over.
Yeah.
We're going to find these and we're going to clean that up.
All
It's
right.
taking us a little bit longer because we got to clean things up.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, the transition from their billing system to ours is very smooth.
Good.
And Clyde Lowers is,
You did a great job on that.
to take care
Okay.
of for that.
Enough on short line, let's move on.
Any questions?
Anybody? Okay.
So things are going good.
What are you?
All right, we're going to go now to Summit Park Public Service District.
Yeah.
I know he's got some things to go over from the Public Service Commission. According to the acquisition, so give us an acquisition update on us and the city.
Yes, sir. Thank you. First of all, I was outside, Mr. Chairman, I was outside chipping ice off my car when Jason sent me a text saying, you're going to do Zoom. Just another example of Jason taking care of his people. And I appreciate
Right.
staying at home in my slippers. So thank you
That's
for
all
that,
right.
Jason. We are all go on the Public Service Commission as far as the water board acquisition goes. It's been approved and the order now is entered as final with no comment or objection from anybody entered on the record. The sanitary board's a little behind, but we expect a final order here within the next couple days, so we'll be done. We had a very productive meeting that Jason hosted with the sanitary board and the PSD folks. And we've got a very, I think, detailed task list of what we need to do between now and closing, which we agreed is April 1st. That'll be the cutover day when we actually take over the operations of the Public Service District, both as the water board and the sanitary board at the same time, which is why there's a little lag there. We've drafted the tariff ordinances, which are on Jason's desk now. I think he'll probably put that in the agenda in front of you here within the next meeting or two. The sanitary board's got a little longer process, as you know. They need to go through city council but still we're on track to meet the task that Jason set for us, which is closing on April 1st. So all systems are go, and I do want to weigh in also and thank Commissioner Susan. Without her leadership, this would not have happened. I'm very pleased with how all the organizations are working together, and April 1st is our day.
Explain so Susan knows and our board members know what the commission in the order that we have to adopt their tariff rates for a period, and then their rates will be reduced down to our rates. You want to explain that a little bit?
Yes, sir. Happy to do so. And actually, it wasn't in the commission order. And certainly one of our options, because it wasn't in the order, one of our options was to ignore the promise that we made to staff. Well, that's not how we do business, of course. We said that staff objected to our immediate takeover because a few of the charges, specifically the tap fee and the reconnection fee, are higher for the water board than they are for or would have been for the Senate PSD. So because there was that disparity, staff said, hey, you can't just take them over and give them your rates because some of your charges are higher. We think that was ridiculous, but we said, fine, instead of having to start the whole process over again, fine, we'll do the acquisition and give the PSD continued the same rates. So we're going to adopt that tariff for 90 days. From April 1st to June 30th, they'll still pay the PSD tariff to satisfy the staff objection, PSC staff objection. On July 1st, the next schedule will go into effect when all those customers will get both the water board rates and I'll say also the sanitary board rates. So this was a workaround, and we thought we would have to do two tariff ordinances, and Jason figured a better way to do it, which is put two schedules in one ordinance. So when you see that draft ordinance for your action, you'll see that for 90 days, they'll have their existing rates. And then on day 91, they'll have the water board rates going forward. So we keep our promise to the PSC staff to satisfy that ridiculous objection. And we keep our promise to the customers as of July 1st. We shared that plan with the Public Service District and with their lawyer, Mr. Kelch, and they agree on two things. First of all, the PSC staff was ridiculous in their objection, and secondly, that our workaround is appropriate. So everybody's on the same sheet of music at this point.
Okay. Any questions to our attorney?
In public service districts, I think by law are maxed out at $300 per tap.
Correct.
And our tap fees are about $700, which is a more accurate assessment of what it costs to put them in. So a lot of these public service districts, I feel, are losing money every time they put a tap in because they can't charge the actual costs.
You're spot on. Yep, you're spot on. Yep.
But anyways, I'm glad it worked out.
Okay.
Now, after April, that's when the PSD will be back in the commission's hands to dissolve it. Is that correct?
County Commission.
Well, that is the kind of commission's prerogative. Of course, the water board, and I can say the sanitary board also has no opinion on that. However, the commission wants to handle that going forward is up to the county commission.
Okay. Any questions? Chad?
No questions.
Paul?
No.
Okay. Hey, Mr. Counselor, thank you very much.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Okay.
Okay, we're down to board member and employee reports. Any board member reports? Chad?
No, I think it's great that, about the audit that, the clean audit that we had. You have that one candidate, Jason, I sent you, that message that,
Yep.
he had some questions. I think we should state, maybe get an explanation.
Yep.
Because I think he has some,
Well,
reading
well,
incorrectly.
We need to be careful how we get into this as a board, getting involved directly in with a political candidate. But the other thing is,
No, just explain.
I know we can explain,
That's what
and we have to do it. I think our attorney says anytime you have these people out there on the internet, you start getting into a discussion and answering all the time. That's what they're looking for. They want credibility. But in this case, I think one of the observations that made, we're not mentioning a person, that in the audit, they said that we were going to have some more rate increases, like we were hiding that. Every public meeting we've gone to and everywhere, we've all said, we've got another phase of the project. It's over $50 million. That's got to be funded. And there'd be maybe a couple of rate increases. Definitely there's going to be a rate increase, maybe two, but they won't be major increases. And it's been public knowledge, but it makes good political talk. That's all. But the reality is, the audit is what it is. It's a good audit, and we'll stand behind it, right, guys?
Exactly.
All right.
Jason doesn't know, but we have a interview with Expedited Telegram regarding the audit.
Yeah, and that's a good point. And we can say at that point that it's been brought out by, you don't have to mention names on a candidate was stirring it, but we don't want to get directly involved. We're not supposed to. Right. Okay.
So we'll have the Expedited
Yeah.
do,
Okay.
Do his interview.
That's a good way to do it.
We'll clear the air.
All right. Thank you, Chad. It's a good observation. I've already talked to the manager about it. Matter of fact, I printed it off right here in case anybody wanted to read it. All right.
Employee reports, Bobby?
Yo,
Any employee reports?
plugging along, taking care of freeze ups and water leaks. Best
A
one
lot
can.
of those.
We've been excited to that.
Bob Davis?
Nope, water's colder now.
It's already been iced out there.
It's wet and cold, huh?
It's ice water right now.
Anybody else, Mr. Attorney?
It's fresh
anything else?
ice water out in tap.
Hey, guys,
Jason?
nothing,
you have
Jason.
anything?
Everybody had any comments?
I just
Gina,
want,
you want to say anything, Gina? No, okay.
I just want to let you all know, I'll give this to you. I know Paul was asking some questions here. First, I want to let you all know that tomorrow it'll be in the newspaper, in the legal ads. We have an advertisement for bids for the chiller unit replacement up on the roof. That's going out, and there will be a mandatory pre-bid.
Didn't know
What is it, Bob? Mandatory pre-bid is going to be scheduled for Tuesday,
Oh, I know this right here.
Tuesday, February 10, 2026,
About everybody.
at 10 a.m. This is in the budget. You all approved this. The other thing was in the budget is the water treatment sediment basin upgrades. And I don't know all the particulars on that. You'll have to explain exactly what this is.
Basically what it is, we went through and we changed the tube settlers, everything, I don't know, probably 5 years ago or so. Well, this is the equipment that's down in the basin. All the sprockets that are old and metal, they're all rounded off. The shafts are in bad shape. What it's doing is we're going to replace them with like PVC, it's like plastic in a sense.
Yeah.
Polyurethane, some kind. But we're going to do that work ourselves. We're just getting the equipment.
This is
You're
just
getting the sprocket that links.
Materials
the links-
only.
Yes.
The links that moves that along.
Yeah.
You have to take those down to do it
Yes.
one at a time.
Yeah. One at a time. And then we always take them down twice a year anyways to clean.
We're cleaning.
And what we're doing is budgeting it that we have 4 basins and there's an A and a B part to those. So every year we're just gonna do one.
Yeah.
So in 4 years, we'll have everything replaced.
But these things were budgeted for.
Yes, sir.
Both are budgeted. You all approved.
Yep.
Now this is equipment and installations, the chiller unit, okay? This is just materials only. And Bob and his crew, you don't believe how much that saves us.
Oh,
from them
sure,
doing
save
the
a
work
lot of money.
and just getting the materials only. Just another kudos to our staff. It's very talented. They can do this work. So
I had a question. Where'd Bobby go? He
Gas,
left?
gas company.
No, Bob, I mean, he had to take a call.
Gas company.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask about the building down. How's the building coming down here?
well, if the weather would clear up, they probably would have been under roof by now, but
I see they got all the framing up.
Got a lot of drafts down there.
a lot of drafts.
I did notice one thing, came by there one day last week and there was a guy in a pickup truck there with no tanks or anything. But all the concrete was just soaking wet with water. I mean, it was a big pool of water and it was freezing. What do we do when we have ice across that? We can't put salt and stuff or that stuff down on that new concrete, can you?
The stuff that we get down here is safe for the concrete.
It is.
We should get it for up here too.
That's what we have. We use the stuff up here for down there.
On the steps here, that's what we use.
What's that?
This stuff.
It
Special
was,
stuff.
we was using, I don't know, it was, we told, we had Roadrunner at Lowe's. I think they bought the last time and then they just got another kind, but they didn't have Roadrunner in stock.
Well, I just wondered, you have new concrete there, and a lot of times I say you shouldn't put a lot of stuff on it like that. And you guys know more about it than I do.
We work
But I saw
conscientious
there was a
until-
big spill there. And what happened there? Just one of the customers spilled it or what?
Well,
And,
for some reason, when it gets cold down there, and we're working on that, the backflow device wants to kick on us and spray all over inside of that. It was so iced up they couldn't get the door open the other day, so it's down right now.
I mean, the equipment is not working then.
Yeah, I mean, the equipment's working. We gotta build a splash plate in there, because when
It disperses the
it
water.
sprays up and
Yeah,
all the equipment's in there. So we need to get it to where it sprays down to the drain. So they're gonna tell them what you're gonna do down there to fix that down there to
the water splashing
The
around the
bulk
bulk
wa-
water.
the bulk water, where you're gonna put that drain in where that backflow device keeps.
At the money pit,
Yeah.
we're gonna try to put something underneath it to catch the water and run it down the drain.
It's the backflow device that keeps
Yes,
discharging
when they
water.
push the numbers in, most time they don't have the lever open on the truck, so the water shoots right in. It shoots and it hammers and it kicks that backflow preventer every time.
Yeah, I just noticed with a lot of water all over one day and it froze like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's coming
Yeah,
out
so
from
we're trying to
underneath.
fix that, and I'm gonna have Scott make me a sign, please make sure gate is open before you turn your water
I
on.
noticed that the fire hydrant had a hose hanging off of it.
That's our backup.
Saw a small, even SUV or I think it might be SUV or even a small pickup was pulling a little trailer and he had a tank on the back, was about this long, of that big around. We have customers paying walk rate for just a little bit of water like that.
Mhm.
Use people
Wow.
out in hollers and stuff, yeah.
Good deal.
For their animals.
Yeah, water.
Yeah, I think it's good, but I mean, that was a small thing. It wasn't, I know they
Yeah.
have people get tanks for their farms and stuff, but this is just a little container.
They even
I
went
think
down and helped
I could go to somebody's.
an older
sink and
lady
fill
the
it
other
up.
day, didn't you?
I
Remember that?
did, somebody did.
You had somebody go down there
She
and
brought
help.
cookies in.
That's good.
So she was taking a bath down there, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was. She turned that water on and shot up out there. I'm like, oh.
She couldn't hold it down.
All right, guys. All right,
That
we,
was Scott from the gas company.
okay.
He's gonna get it turned back on tonight, but he doesn't know what time. He's gonna call, but
And I'll tell her, but he's gonna get the other two off.
one's off. We just have to call and have the other one shut off.
She's giving the wrong account number.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, guys, I
Anything
think
live
everybody's
in
had a
there
chance
first.
to speak. Got our next meeting coming up here, first meeting in February, and then we'll have a work session that day.
Do we have executive session?
There's no executive session. Is there a motion to adjourn our meeting?
So
It's been
moved.
moved by Bob, you can't vote.
He was gonna let me.
Chad is seconded. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
That I was telling you that's
Meeting's over.
that's the what I'm proposing. They'll be on the agenda next.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we already mentioned this too.
Yeah.
It's